Hi, everybody, and welcome to the As Your podcast. My name is Leslie Vandergans, founder of Enso Coaching Consulting, and I'm here with two of our amazing coaches, Kathleen, Libby.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
We've got a very special guest, guys.
We do.
That is a word for it.
Because I want to be like with two of our coaches when in reality.
Yeah. I mean, that's the surprise.
Yes.
Bow, bow, bow.
I had no idea.
You are the
She
surprise.
just found out.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's introduce.
It's Annie Switt, guys.
Hey,
y'all. Annie Switt. Annie Switt, who is also going to be one of our coaches, but we'll get there in a second.
All right.
We'll just let's talk about Annie.
Put it out there. Yeah.
I mean, I've known Annie for almost 20 years.
Oh,
over 20
goodness.
years now. Over 20 years. We
And
were
you were
very small
babies.
children.
Babies together.
Very
small
students
children.
together.
Yeah.
We were executives together. And then obviously, it's my
Something
work
like that.
wife.
Yes. It was a beautiful relationship.
It was a beautiful relationship. And, we've been through it as lady executives in this world.
Good times and bad.
Good times and bad times. And then you went on to go you were like a general manager or chief marketing officer, all this fun stuff for some tech companies. And now a lowly coach with Enso.
Now we got you because it
New
just sounded
chapter.
too fun,
A
didn't
new
it?
chapter. Yep.
And here she is.
Leslie's
People-
been flirting for a few years, and finally I was like, all right, I think this is the time.
That's how
I
she
think
gets
it's
ya.
the time.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
God, really,
Flirty,
you do.
Leslie. I know.
It's
I just do a little shoulder
That was-
roll.
that-
It was the shoulder.
That finally got you?
She's been doing it for a long time. Finally, I was like, okay, if you'll stop the shoulder.
Please stop.
It'll
I
never
will.
Stop the shoulder.
I don't want it to stop.
It won't
I-
stop
I'm
over
just
here. It won't
I do
stop.
think you courted everyone here for
I sure did court everybody.
just some.
I remember sitting with you in that
I
that
know.
outdoor coffee shop.
Yep. No,
that
it
so
was
cute.
what
Yeah,
I'm
remember
thinking
that
of
one?
is Mexican restaurant on 6th Street, 5th Street
Oh,
that has
yeah.
the different
We did talk
signs.
there for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, El Arroyo.
El Arroyo.
Yes, but I remember that
Austin
can't remember.
staple.
Yeah.
El Arroyo.
Mm.
They wrote a sign about Enso Coaching.
They did.
They didn't. Maybe someday.
Maybe.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, but it's like
Andy
I
got
would
so
have joined a long
excited.
time ago.
Yeah, where was
I had
my
no clue.
queso and margarita? I didn't get that.
No. Oh, sorry.
Just the
Anyway.
shoulder.
anyways, but yes,
But
we're
here we
talking about
are.
it. The
Yeah,
expanding team,
exactly.
the excitement that comes with new humans.
And I think the thing that has been true about all of you guys is we have the conversation and, again, me internally, I'm like, are we
Yeah.
ready for this?
Hold on.
Whatever. Let's go. We're
well,
going to
'cause
do
a
it.
little
We're gonna
bit
figure it out.
what do you look for?
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, obviously, I think we all have
Annie.
Annie, if you would stand up and
yeah.
tell everybody about you. I mean, honestly, there is, I think philosophically how we think about people and humans and how we engage. And
Mhm.
I think there is a little bit of a ease to being around each other and learning each other and being open and giving feedback and agreeing or disagreeing, but still having kind of a harmonious approach to all of it is important to me. And so, I mean, those are a couple of our values already, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's it. But, Annie is somebody that I respect a lot as the way that she thinks, the way that she approaches business. She's a very level head, but is also
Yeah.
a lot of fun and very funny and has humor.
We
And
need
she's
that.
got it
we
going
laughed
on.
a lot in
If
our
you're
time
not
together.
funny, you can't hang.
There you go.
That's just.
I think that's it. That's Libby's criteria,
100%.
right? But
Tell
you
a
know,
Not that
If you
kind
guys
of
try
funny.
that on me
Yeah.
right now. it's
Not
gonna-
that kind of funny. No, joke tellers.
Oh, wait.
That's not it.
Okay,
No,
good.
I always like what's yellow and
Snark.
invisible.
What's yellow and invisible?
This lemon.
No.
Okay.
My fingers are in the shape of a lemon,
well,
Well,
or showing the size of a lemon. There you go. Now
Yeah,
Leslie's are.
yeah. But anyway, I mean,
Well,
Annie,
thanks, Leslie.
we're just we're glad you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
I mean,
I'm excited.
I think we can start by we want to get to know you a little bit. So I think we should start by your journey.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah,
question.
well, even just
that's
before.
my favorite
It's so
question.
great.
Yeah.
But,
What makes
even
you
before,
tick?
what I know about you is that you went to A&M, went to college, you were in Oklahoma, is that right?
I did. Yep.
Yeah,
I
you were in
lived in
Oklahoma
You
for a
did
little
some
while.
time in
Did some
Oklahoma.
time in Oklahoma.
No, it's great.
But have kind of been a marketing strategy thinking human. And so talk a little bit about your journey and how you got into that space.
For sure. College, I majored in sports management.
Oh, wow.
I was going to be an agent because Jerry Maguire had just come out, and that felt like the right answer
felt
for my
right.
future.
Oh, man.
You had me at hello.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was what I was going to do. And then I went and worked for a pro sports team for a couple of years. It was actually the Dallas Stars and the Texas Rangers, which was a lot of fun.
Wow.
And was in marketing there and realized you really, really should love pro sports at a level that I did not. To do that
We know you
for
do.
a career.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm going to jump back in and follow your footsteps now.
Yeah. You do the 40 hours a week at the office, and then you do the 40 hours a week watching the baseball games and the hockey games, and that is a great career for someone. It was not the one for me.
Yeah.
But met somebody who said, I know somebody you should know, which isn't always how that's
We
how
love
that
that.
works. So went to work for a small advertising agency for an amazing woman, Molly, who kind of mentored me in my first advertising marketing career. And then moved to Oklahoma for a couple of years and was the director of marketing and membership at the Bartlesville Area Chamber of Commerce. For
Hey.
those of you in Oklahoma,
Hey.
love Bartlesville. Great time there.
All of our
Right.
listeners there.
Yeah, for all of our listeners in Bartlesville.
Yeah.
There's
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then showed up in Austin, and that's where I met this lovely lady at Keller Williams. And owe that company a lot for so many wonderful people that I met, a great career, and left as the VP of marketing in, I don't remember when,
2021.
a few years ago.
Yeah.
Learned so much about business, people, leadership, all the things. And then went to Constellation Software, which is a company out of Canada that actually buys and holds vertical market software companies. So I had the opportunity to lead a marketing team of a growing group of software acquisitions, and recently found myself in an opportunity to start a new chapter.
Yeah.
And it felt like this was the right place
Okay,
for
shoulder
me.
gotcha.
I know that shoulder got you, but
Yeah,
also I
shimmy,
am
shimmy.
curious, like, what about this felt like the right place and the right time?
I
Mhm.
well, personal life. My daughter is in college.
Oh, yeah, she's a
And
mama too.
I'm a mama.
Mhm.
Does it
Yeah.
all.
And we
To
love
the
that,
greatest-
Madeline. Shout out to that baby
Greatest
girl.
human I've ever known. Sorry,
Really?
y'all,
That's so
but
lovely.
Right.
she's pretty great.
She's
pretty
awesome.
great human. And it feels like if Annie really wants to do what Annie wants to do and doesn't, not burdened by the mom thing every day.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But feels like a new
Sure.
chapter time for me. And in talking with Leslie and really doing some what gets me up out of bed every day. I've always loved the work that I did. I've always loved the challenge of, the marketing problems and all of that. But the truth is, I really, really, when I look back at what I loved about the career was I thought about all the people that are now leading teams and in roles that they might not have thought that they were going to be in, or, at levels that they were like, I don't think I could do that. And those were the things that I got most excited about is the I don't want to say the people that I grew, because I don't think I grew them, but the people that I got to kind of walk alongside and watch them turn into these, leaders or whatever it is that they never thought they were going to be. Or that was the thing that got me up in the morning, got me excited. And so when talking to Leslie, I was like, I feel like that might be the thing I want to spend my time doing now.
Mhm.
So, and obviously still use the marketing brain, still bring whatever experience I can to
Mhm.
help. But felt right. Felt right.
Absolutely.
And I happen to like the people
yeah.
a little bit.
Mhm. I will
Still
say
working on
though,
some. We don't have to.
Well, we're new to each other. I like you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Queen, thank you.
I like
she's
you
all
too.
right. She's all right.
Right.
You know? But I will say, I mean, one of the things that I do recall in our time at Keller Williams together was, in my role, like helping hire and do all those things, is you always remember the people that you can tell actually really are being strategic in the way that they're, thinking about their teams, thinking about talent and your, just how much you put into your team. And like hearing you say, it's been such an honor just to watch the people that, I worked with or were on my team, like go into different roles, go into different directions. And that is such a thing that, you really cultivated that on your team. And that was something that was, really apparent in, when we would hire, as I'm like, okay, yeah, this person gets to go to a
good home.
a good home. You're
Thanks.
going to have like, a nice place to go, but there will be growth for you, and there will be someone that is thinking about, your path and how to challenge you, and isn't going to let you just, fill a seat, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Annie's always been somebody who balances, like, we still have standards. Like, there's
Yeah.
still an outcome that's expected, and I'm not going to, like, cater, or I'm not going to, falter. What's the right word? Why am I blinking?
I mean, not
Yeah.
going to like
Waver?
Yeah, waver. Thank you. Waver. That's
Waver.
it. But I'm not going to waver to the standard or to what the goal is, but then also still really cared about the people and made sure that they were taken care of and loved and nurtured.
and
But
had
then,
fun.
yeah, and then that's like the third piece is just
Freaking
like,
have fun.
yeah. Annie always
It's
had
not
fun.
hard.
She did a
It's
good
not
time.
hard.
It is for some people.
Oh.
It is. I think fun doesn't come to everyone super easily.
It's not hard if you try.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still hard.
Or if you don't try.
Or yeah.
That it's like just to have fun, just be there.
Yeah.
Well, and in the kind of journey that you had, like, how did you get to this place of like, this is what fulfills me, or this is what, really excites me about work?
I didn't wake up and decide I was going to be that way. I just know the thing that was most exciting to me was when I would watch a team member win, or putting somebody in the room that they didn't think they belonged in. And turns out everybody's like, oh my gosh,
They're
this
great.
person's really smart and we should give them more. They're amazing. Those were the moments that got me most excited. Goals are great. Don't waver on the standards. All of those things are true. But what I have experienced and believe in is, if you surround yourself with smart people, you just pay attention enough to find out what they're great at. If you give them a goal and really are good at sharing a vision and make them, you don't make somebody trust you, but get them to trust you because you are trustworthy, your team will show up.
Yeah.
And it can still be fun, and you can create opportunity for people that they might not have seen for themselves. And I don't know how I got there. The question, I don't know. I don't know. It's just the thing that is the most fun for me. So when I meet new team members, I'm always looking for, is this somebody that I can put into a different room? Is this somebody who could grow into a role? Because I have to assume that that's why people are at jobs, is because they want to grow and they want to do great work. And if we assume otherwise of people, I think we miss a lot of opportunity.
Absolutely.
I also firmly believe that most everybody is smarter than I am. I do believe that at something.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, as they grow in their careers, they start to believe, oh, I'm the manager, so I'm the one who should have all the answers, and I'm the one who should tell people what they should go do.
Yeah.
And I've found my greatest successes when I just said, here's the problem we have to go solve, or here's the challenge that we have to go tackle, and here's the big goal that's in front of us. You're better at this part than I ever could be. So my job is never going to be to tell you how to do it. It's, the goal. How are we going to do it? And the amount of people that step into that with energy and excitement, as opposed to just being told what to do, is
I love it.
nutty.
Hearing you talk about all this, though, is where I'm like, excellent coaching. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it is that,
Same
even
thing,
saying the like
Similar.
walking alongside of
Yeah,
that, where it's
we're
like
not
you're in
telling anyone how
partnership.
to, yeah.
And that's so hard.
That's the
Right.
difference between a coach and a
Being a
consultant.
manager is so
Yeah,
hard.
a manager,
Yeah.
right?
If you're just telling people what to do and asking them if they did it, 1, 0 fun. 2,
Two,
so
yeah, the
hard.
worst.
You have to have the answers for everything. I don't have
Right.
those.
That's
Right.
exhausting. I don't want to. Like,
Yeah, and
right.
I have to know everything. I don't. I know very little.
what?
Don't tell anybody.
I don't
For all of
believe
you guys
that.
watching.
Actually,
At
not true.
all.
She's very
No,
smart.
but
The
I think
smartest.
that's how we get there.
Yeah. I love it.
But it's that people first that we always come back to.
Right. And seeing the potential and giving them the opportunity to
about
step into
people.
it, right?
Mhm.
It is all about people. It's all we got, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to be like, because we've been talking a lot about AI in general. And so, like, leaning into the people as much as we can
You and I were talking about this. I think it was you and I or somebody else. I don't know. Might have been you and I. I think AI.
There's so many other
No,
people.
we were at
you
that.
is Leslie, by the way.
It's me. I'm here.
We went to that Disrupt HR event a couple of nights ago, and
Sure
we were
did.
talking to somebody that you know. And I think that all of this talk about AI and what are we going to do, and for years, we all grew up in the leader has the vision. The leader is going to be the one who creates the path. And the truth is, leaders right now, I think you guys just talked about it on your last episode that I was creepily watching from the sidelines.
They don't know.
The news doesn't. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Who's saying this is what's going to happen with AI? This is how to win with AI. There are a lot of, there's a lot of speculation about
Sure.
it. But the truth is, if we're all looking to the leaders or the CEOs or the who's-he what's-its to tell us what we should be doing or where it's going or how we should be applying it in our roles, good luck, because we're all still trying to figure it out. So I think there's huge opportunity for the people right now in whatever role you're in to figure out what's, still in alignment with the vision and the goal and whatever it is that we're chasing after as a company, and making sure that whatever that is at the forefront. But the how is AI. And the people, the opportunity for people right now, as opposed to what I think can be so heavy for so many of us is this going to replace me? Am I going to still have value? No, how can I be supercharged, or how can I become 10 times more valuable to this company?
Right, because
yes.
Yeah, I can leverage
I
this
can
tool.
use this tool.
Exactly.
So I think if I'm sitting in a chair new in my career, or, middle manager or whatever, however we want to, put ourselves in levels and careers, I think it's huge opportunity for people instead of waiting for somebody else to tell us what's going to happen or what we should do. I think everybody has the same opportunity to play right now and figure it out.
Right. Well, and I think you're such a natural, Annie, you're such a natural person who thinks about big, like, globally, like, what are we trying to solve? What is the point of this? Why are we doing this? What is the
incredibly
approach?
frustrating to some people.
All the time. But I appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
Like, you appreciate it because
incredibly
it is
frustrating.
it is the focus, and I think it's natural, and we've talked about this with some of our AI guests, right? It's really natural for us to go and lean into the, like, I'm gonna I saw this tool, and I'm gonna get the tool, and we're gonna use the tool,
use it.
or I trained this thing to build software, blah blah blah, whatever. But, like, it doesn't.
What problem is it solving?
Again, what is the purpose? What's the goal? What are we trying to accomplish? And I think that's something. And also, I think in our tenure together, I've learned so much about the importance, like, how marketing ends up becoming such a glue. And we can, like, nerd out about marketing a little bit because we haven't talked much about, like, marketing strategy or anything here. But, like, marketing is such a glue and such a thread for, like,
Absolutely.
Who are we? What are we doing? Why are we
What
doing
is our brand? Why is this important
Why are we
right
here?
now?
What are we telling people? What do we want them to do? And I think that's such an undervalued yet extremely important function. And marketing is kind of hitting this, like, crux of how does AI replace some of the things? So anyway.
I think marketing is going to become more important. I think a lot of marketing teams are shrinking right now because a lot of folks think about ChatGPT as, oh, well, I can just write an email. And they're oh, well, we can have less humans who do the thing because now I can write the email. Probably true. If you're considering yourself a marketer who's just, I crank out the emails and I design the websites, that may, those jobs may evaporate if that is your entire job.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's what marketers' jobs are. I think we connect dots between customers and companies and products and their value. And that's the big picture that I think AI tools are fantastic, and I use them. And you're like, oh, here she goes again. She's used, she's. But I love using AI tools. What I have found is alignment around you just said all these different departments are using different tools and all of that. I think marketing teams, when managed or when led well, do a really good job of connecting the dots between internally and also between the customer and the product. So I think there's huge opportunity there for marketing teams, if not more than ever.
Yeah. I mean, and also just how can people that, if marketing is their passion, if that's their career, like that it's not the same marketing that maybe you got into. And that's something like, how do you evolve and change with the industry and staying on top of it and really like, yes, this can aid you. Yes, this can help you. And this is a tool, but there's also the piece of, like you said, if all you do is write emails and you're, doing websites, okay. But like, what is the human piece and what is the piece that AI can't replace, and really pivoting into that space and making it sticky, right? So you can't be replaced.
What? One of the first things that I did in my last role, which I think, and if you guys are watching, I think you enjoyed it. I think it was valuable. But we started with a customer journey exercise, which was me. It was pretty much I was walking into a company that I was familiar with, but didn't really understand, how the inner workings of the company and how things were set up and what teams did what and who talks to the customer and everything. So we started with a customer journey exercise for the exact same reason that I want to understand the human. Who's the human that we're selling to? What is the experience that they have with us? Is it good? Is it bad? And when you walk in new to a company, you don't have any preconceived notions. And you kind of have permission to ask questions that might be a little bit sensitive. That if the guy who's been working here for 5 years,
they've got
Kathleen,
history, they've got
a thing, and you can't ask the question. I'm just asking it because I don't know. And it was I think a really great experience for everybody who kind of went through it with me. Taught me a lot. One, I got to learn, soup to nuts, how the company works and who's doing what. It also exposed a lot of things that people had the opportunity to have a little permission to raise their hand and be like, hey, we're doing this thing that's really stupid and not working. But we've been doing it for years and nobody asked questions.
Yeah. So just FYI.
And there were aha moments. Well, that should be fixed. And not because anybody who was doing it was lazy or, not paying attention.
You just get distracted.
Yes. And you're not thinking about it from is this the should we be doing this thing? Or is it just that we're just pushing the button thing? But it all started with, what are our customers experiencing? And I believe that is the value that marketing offers. Product teams are fantastic about it too, but I think that marketing does a great job. At least I was never really great at sitting in my marketing lane.
Yeah.
Because I find it impossible to stay in that lane without asking really tough questions about the why are we doing the thing that we're doing, which is and hopefully
it's
I can
a good conversation
hopefully
for
I can
anybody
work with
to have,
coaching
right?
with marketing leaders, in coaching conversations around how you do that respectfully and form partnerships with
100%.
people across the building instead of just being the most irritating marketing leader on the planet, which I've also done well.
Hey, look, which is funny because, one of the things when I'm in the lane of career coaching, one of the things that when I have clients, when we're, once they've gotten the job and they're in, their first 90 days, is I kind of tell them, I'm like, hey, this is like a sweet spot because you are new, you are coming in. And like you just said, you can ask questions that, maybe Karen from finance doesn't like.
How dare she ask that question?
Right? And so you have this ability to come in with outsiders' eyes and ask all these questions. So that is also, as I'm coaching them along on their 90 days, like, what are you noticing? Where, and like, how do we craft what those conversations look like if you see like, oh, there's a big gap here. It seems to be like kind of touchy, kind of weird, right? But like figuring out like, okay, how do we now go in with curiosity and ask questions of like, why are we doing this? What is the goal?
Well, and curiosity is also the point. If you go in with a judgy, I'm here to tell you everything that you've been doing wrong, people can smell it.
Oh, 100%.
If you go in with I'm really just trying to understand so that I can do a better job and so that I can add value, they can smell that too. So genuine curiosity about people and remembering we've all been in jobs where we have pushed the same button for 5 years and
you're like,
we were
just let
told
it be.
to. And because if you stop pushing that button, that thing over there explodes.
Yeah.
That's why I pushed that button.
Yeah.
Curiosity would make, if you don't have it, you're looking at the person pushing the button going, why are you so dumb?
Yeah.
Because you don't know about the exploding box in the corner. So curiosity, 100% is you get the opportunity, but you have to come with curiosity.
Absolutely.
Well, and Annie, how do you see like in your evolution of young marketing person, learning, growing, evolving, you've obviously come to some philosophies around how marketing should exist inside of an organization. But then now with the evolution that's happening, are you seeing it's the same challenge over and over again? Do you think the challenge has shifted? Like, how do you perceive that kind of growth journey in marketing
I think
for
it's
you?
the same challenge over and over again. Where we reach the people, how we reach the people, what message lands right now evolves over and over again, for sure. Like now,
the tactical.
Yeah, right now people are trying to figure out, SEO is dropping because people aren't looking for answers on Google as much. And now they're finding their answers when you guys have a question right now, where do you go first to ask the question? That was an open-ended question.
A tool, any of the tools like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever.
So where are all the companies showing up in those answers? We used to Google and there were sponsored results, and then I click on them, and that marketing loves it because you clicked on it, you land on their website, you convert. ChatGPT has created an issue, because not just chat, but a lot of these tools are creating an issue for companies because people are seeking answers in other places. So marketing teams now, same problem. Where are the people? Where are they looking for the answer to their problem? And how do we show up and make sure that we're a part of that
list?
We're all, So the problem hasn't changed.
It's just where people are getting their information.
Yeah. And that's where we have to just keep learning the new thing, just like we do in every role, right?
Right.
Code, changes.
Yeah.
HR rules change. Laws change.
That's true.
We all have to keep learning. But the job
but the job is the same.
Is the same.
Yeah.
The point of the role in the company, I think, stays the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's fascinating because I think, there are pieces of all of this evolution around AI and like what does it mean and the uncertainty and the lack of clarity and all of these things that are kind of scary, nerve-wracking. Environmental issues, like there's so many layers around it. What regulation's coming down? Is anybody going to regulate anything at any point ever? But then there is also just the reality of how do we continue to show up as evolving humans around whatever is being thrown at us. And I read a quote, and I think we talked about it on one of our like coaching training calls, a quote around even as like and I don't remember what the exact quote is, so I'm just going to paraphrase
Nothing's better
it.
than a quote.
A quote that's not a quote.
Yeah,
I'm going to paraphrase it.
Yeah.
This
is
is just
the
a
spirit.
suggestion.
What she means is she's making up a quote.
Yeah. To fit whatever she wants.
That's right. But the idea is, our brains are not equipped to, or our brains have a tendency to create a bigger story, a bigger fear, a bigger challenge around the actual issue. And if we just continue to tackle as we always have, which is, okay, so people are not going, they're not, SEO's dying because they're not going to Google. Okay, what do we need to do? Like, how do we need to pivot? Where are they going? What research do we need to do? It's just, it can be
back
so
to the Brene Brown, the like, what story am I telling?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, and it is, I think it's just the nature of, I think, any business or any leader, which is just solve the problem that we can solve right now. And just deal with that particular
we're all telling. It's true. It's
100%.
changing. Things are changing.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't.
One of the questions that you guys are teaching me to ask often, myself, clients, is what is somebody else? What's the winner going to do? Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to figure this out. There's always somebody's going to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to figure it out. And asking that question as opposed to getting stuck in the
oh my God, because you can.
Sky is falling and everything.
I mean, you really can't. I mean,
right.
it's really easy to go down into the depths of just like, oh my gosh, the world's about to explode and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my moments, but at the same time, you can also just say, okay, but today, like, what can I do today, and what do I need to think about, and then should we have a 30-minute conversation about AI and where it's going, just so we can keep it top of mind, okay, and then move on. Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good reminder, as overwhelming as it can be. We can really kind of break it down and simplify it a little bit versus getting into doomsday scenarios.
Absolutely.
Right.
And in the breaking down, that is how you create a path.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Annie, when you're thinking about what's next for you in the context of coaching, what excites you? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? with us here.
Besides, like, just this room being so exciting.
That's all I got. It's these three.
This is
It's these
You
three.
peaked.
No, I'm really excited about just what I described in my last roles is this opportunity to just walk in unencumbered by the history and the why do we do all the things that we do and how hard is the job, and just really start asking people questions and ideally helping them get to a place that they didn't imagine that they would get to. I just want to partner with people in finding success, however that's defined for them. That's exciting to me. I don't know if that's a good enough answer.
No,
That's a
answer.
good
But I don't know if that's people new in their career, if that's executives who just feel like they're alone. And I mean, I don't know about you. We could talk about what was going on when we were both in, leadership roles at the same company. And there were things I was not saying out loud to Leslie.
For sure.
One, because she was in HR, but also
The worst.
no, but there are things that we need to work out with somebody else. And
For sure.
I think I've sat in enough of those seats that the idea of being able to partner with somebody as a thinking partner, not just a tell me about your feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do that. You said people cry. I don't want to make people cry necessarily. I think that they will.
I was
You
going to
don't
say,
make them, they just
I'm
do.
ready for it.
I don't try to make people
Yeah,
cry,
they just do
but
it.
it is
It
part of that
does.
transformation.
Well,
But I think I think when you were talking about that, I'm like, sometimes we just got to let it out. There's stress, there's all the things. And I think I'm excited to help people get through that thing. Because I know I've sat, like I said, there are things that you can't work out with the people who are in it with you
100%.
necessarily.
Yeah, because they all
They're
tunnel
they're all in
visions.
it, and they all have their reasons that they can't really
and their agendas unintentionally, right?
So I'm excited to see what I can do with people.
Well, and I think the thing that's the beauty of coaching is kind of, and I think these are kind of two pieces for me. Like for me personally, one of them is, the fact that you really help through the breakthroughs, right? Like the breakthroughs are the magic. And that's the thing that, again, people are not spending time in the office to help you work through something that you're really stuck in, or some pattern of behavior that is not resourceful for you.
Right.
And so when they can get past that, whether it's a mental thing or if it's, some belief that they have about themselves, when they can get past that, to Kathleen's point, there's a lot of emotion that's tied to that, because whatever reason why we built that armor in the first place was there to protect us. And when we realize like we don't need that anymore, and we can go and, be more confident, or ask for what we want, or tell somebody no, or speak up, or whatever the case is in any kind of executive environment, those things can be really jolting, and you never know when they're going to happen. Sometimes it's the most unassuming people that are like just stuck, and and then you get
like,
through to
hope you
something.
had a great weekend. And they're like, You're like, "Oh."
But you just don't know what's gonna, you just don't know what's gonna move somebody. And it's like that, it is just beyond that. I will tell you what to do so you can be successful. It is what can we do to move you and the needle and the business and the people around you and all of the things in a way that's going to be repeatable, versus, just I'll tell you the strategy that worked for me one time, shoulder,
Oh yeah, because it's different.
right.
Everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Well, and and a lot of it comes to, each person is whole and complete. And so really believing in that and knowing too that a lot of this is already inside of them.
Right.
And so in that partnership, how do you explore and discover that together?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the other thing is, the other thing that comes up for me is this like partnership side of things. And I mean, I think Annie, you and I've talked about this before in our previous life, but the idea of we're partners, you're leading the bus. I'm going to support you in wherever that bus is going and however we're going to get there. But I'm not attached to you making decisions that might not be the decisions that I would necessarily make in those moments. I'm not attached to the emotions that are wrapped up in it. I can be a really, truly neutral partner for you. And I think that's a really powerful thing, because I, personally from a business perspective, and I'm curious, I'm going to ask you how you feel about this, but personally from a business perspective, I would get so emotionally invested in decisions and the things that I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I know nothing about
Which
taking.
is a hard, it's a hard thing, but there is something about the level of detachment, the lack of emotion that causes the thinking and the presence and the support capabilities to be so much deeper than if I have my feelers all up in it.
Yeah, and I think that managers, leaders, I think most really want to do right by their people. I believe that. I believe that most really do want to want to do right and want to be great leaders and want to be inspiring and motivating and see their people as whole people. I think that is 100%, or at least I'm going to assume. Most wake up every day and that's what how they want to behave. The truth is, they're
being held to.
We all have the weight of
absolutely
the numbers we're hitting or we're not hitting. And while I want to support all of my team members, if Leslie's fallen down on the job, I really want to support you as a whole human and
get your job done.
You have to.
Yeah, right. And we have a goal to meet, and that
I have the weight
change.
of the goal. So now when we're functioning in our highest selves, I slow down and I have a conversation with Leslie and I try to figure out what's going on and is it really about the thing or is it about something else? And we want to do that. That's just not. It's not real. It's not realistic that all leaders and managers have the time to slow down at every moment that one of our humans is having a human thing. And figure out what's going on.
For sure. And this is where a coach comes in.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So I'm excited to be able to, get in there and really help both leaders and their teams have a place where you can figure that stuff out. Because I believe most humans want to do right. Want to do right by their people and want to do great work. I just believe that to be true. I don't think I don't know any. Maybe I don't know. I don't know many. I've not worked with many who wake up every day going,
how can I
just
want to ruin people?
I want to ruin days.
Yeah. I just don't. I think our stuff just shows up.
No, totally.
So
it wedges in what we're trying to accomplish and we don't even realize it. That's like the
Well, we heard a quote the other day. I just was talking to you guys about it. It was,
are you actually going to quote?
This one I actually heard from somebody else who I don't know. Doesn't matter. But that people feel nervous. Your nervous systems pay attention more than your whatever. Essentially saying when we walk into a room, our bodies know.
Oh yeah,
how are things going better than our words. So for leaders, for leaders, we can say
when they're
all the right things. We can say all the right words. And I know that I've walked into rooms with teams where I'm just my head is going. It's bad.
This is not good.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
And my words are,
we are a team.
We got this, and we're going to do. And there are days I did that really, really well because I convinced myself we're going to get this. And then there are days that I could tell that they were like, you
have cold sweat coming down right now.
Yeah, you're exactly. You're
it's not good.
Sure, revenue's down $40 million.
Everyone's jobs are safe,
guys. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Yeah. We're going to get through this together.
But a few conversations with coaches and or, trusted mentors, whatever, helped me get to the place that I needed to get to walk into that room.
Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't do a great job of that. And I walked in and the team is like, oh, no.
BS.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
She's got her weird smile on. Her eyeballs.
Her eyes she's twitching.
She got her big eyes.
She's got her big eyes and her weird smile.
Big eyes and her weird smile. And the twitch.
Yeah.
The bottom lip twitch.
Yeah.
Bottom lip twitch.
Oh, good. Didn't know that was a thing I did. But I'll work on that. Yeah. Zoom was my worst enemy. I don't know about you guys, but I had often been accused of making faces in meetings, or that if I have a feeling, you can see it. And I was like, I don't know what people are talking about. That's so no. And then we started doing Zoom calls, and I had to see myself.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh my God.
Oh no.
That's
fair.
It is. I don't.
Oh no. That's the face thing.
That's always when you get the side chat that someone's like, fix your face. And you're like,
yeah.
I see you, Libby.
I see, I also am aware of feeling unfaith.
Yeah.
Not
Your
Kathleen.
face.
Yeah, I just have a smile kind of always going a little bit.
That's it. That's the one.
A little lean forward, a hand to the mouth, the thinker face.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I need to shadow Kathleen a little bit. Show me your way.
Yeah.
Leaning forward.
the other thing, Annie, that is true, and that'll be fun. It'll be fun to talk about the journey as you're, getting clients and working with them and doing all that stuff. Is how quickly you learn, like it's like a crash course to business, right? Like you're in
Sure.
so many different types of businesses with so many different type of infrastructures with so many
But-
different types of goals. And a couple of things are true. Number one, how quickly you learn about those industries and those businesses and how they function and the nuances within them. But then you also learn really quickly, like it's the same challenges, in every organization. And I think it's just because we're human and like humans come with baggage, and then baggage is how things get done. So, what is our
Baggage is
role
how
with
things
like
get done.
handling the baggage,
Yes.
Yeah.
The like gentle pushback I would bring to that is like baggage is how it has gotten done, but is not necessarily the only way to get it done.
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's there. And as coaches, we are on the tarmac loading baggages
plane.
into the plane to make sure that those people get what they need when they land.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
our
just gonna
metaphor.
I'm going to keep going.
I'm like, I don't mean to like yuck your yum with this metaphor. But aren't we taking away the baggage? Aren't we
we're
lifting
taking
it?
away.
Yeah,
We're
not
deplaning
loading
it.
We're sifting through it.
Yeah.
We're top grading.
Yeah, but we're making it lighter. So maybe we're at the airport and we're offering to hold someone's
We've
bag.
said your
you go,
bag weighs over the 30 pounds. Let me help you sift through and see which things are really essential for your
There we
travel.
go.
We're going to walk over to the Samsonite store and get you a new bag
Yeah.
to offset
Do
some of the
you
weight.
need these boots?
I like that we're still sticking with like we're at the airport and
I
we're
don't know.
traveling.
Yeah, I'm going to avoid the baggage metaphor, but you guys keep working on it, and then
Yeah.
let me know. Let me know when we feel like we got there.
We'll keep working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in enough roles also that it's shocking to hear that the same complaints are everywhere. Every new
Yeah.
team that I worked with, the business, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
It's all
It's all
the
the
same.
same. It's all
We
the
have,
same.
I mean, what are
The
the
nuance changes, but
Yeah.
the brunt of the issue
Yeah.
lies in the same areas.
what do teams say? We don't understand the vision, or there are too many distractions.
Communication
or
is not here.
There's just so
Yeah.
many different flavors of it. But
I don't like my coworker. They don't send me what I need. Blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah, they're not doing, so-and-so's not accountable. I'm the most accountable person around here. If only everybody would just do it like me.
Yes.
I've said that. We've all said that.
I'm still waiting.
We've all said that. But
Yeah.
the problems aren't that unique as much as we feel like they are in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
But it speaks to being human.
It is.
For sure.
Well, and it's not going to go away.
Yeah.
And I think this just goes back to our conversation, which is like humans are complicated. They have their baggage.
Well, and
Bring
it's
it back
also
in,
really,
girl.
there's
You really
something
want it to work.
There's something really comforting also about having seen enough jobs and companies, and probably you feel this way too, is so many of the times that we're sitting in roles, we're like, it's just crazy here.
Oh.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and even
No,
you'll have
this is just a job.
I
Yeah.
mean,
This is
and
how
Annie,
it
look,
is.
we have a client who, wonderful humans. They are amazing. They are so kind. They work really, really effectively with one another, and they have some, they have challenges like any organization. But it is light in comparison to like some of the stuff that I think we've been through and that we've worked through and all that, right? And even they'll be like, I bet anything you hear about us is just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No.
no,
No.
you guys. But it's the perception because you're in it and you're in the muck and you're
And this is
dealing
just
with the
part of it.
things.
It's just part of
100%.
it. That's part of
Right.
job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
part of job.
That's-
is dealing with the chaos and learning how to work with other humans, and sometimes we all just need some support in that.
And I think
But
that
that's part of job. There are always
That's
other
part of
humans.
job.
There are always changing priorities. There are always fire drills that happen.
Right.
And
that's also an interesting kind of intersection of when, there's people that are, or I have clients that are thinking of changing or wanting to go somewhere else. And when we're kind of digging on like, okay, like, why are you wanting to move? And it's, things like, communication isn't good, or I don't like, and it's just like, these are going to be, that's just like that's job.
Right. Right.
That's job.
That's job.
That's the quote that I would like you
Yeah.
guys to say. That is job.
That is
I'm
job.
going to just make note of that for
And-
the episode description.
There you go.
And
That is job.
I mean, there's
I am
definitely
actually.
things, when we're
Dude.
talking about values and when your values aren't being met, and that's a total thing. But when it's just some of these issues that, you're like, that's going to be everywhere.
Right. Well,
Yes.
and I think what we teach as coaches is the empowerment side of it,
Yeah.
which is like you
Okay.
are a victim. You can be a victim to the circumstances inside the organization, but like, what are you empowered to actually do, and how do you do
To be at
it?
cause.
And
Mhm.
exactly,
Yeah.
to be a cause, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the lovely thing, is that sometimes we can feel a little handcuffed to our environment,
Yeah.
but we have the
It's
opportunity.
awful because I'm at this place when it's like, well,
Yeah. And it could, again, like, you could be happier in another organization.
sometimes it is
whatever.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you really do need to go.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Yeah, but again, how do you take ownership and like, okay, well, how do I create an environment that I want? How do I influence the environment that I want?
And if I keep finding the same problem in every environment, what is the quote? If I meet
Is it
if you meet a lot of
every day?
jerks every day, you might be the jerk.
Is
Yeah.
it me? I'm the
Yeah.
problem. It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
right, exactly. At
And
what
those might not
point-
be like your jerk problems, but they could be just we need to work
well,
on.
and a coach could just very easily be like, okay, well, let's talk a little bit about like how this keeps happening, or like what ownership do you have in this, or like
Yeah.
what is causing you to continue to hire this type of person, or
Yeah.
whatever the situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which might not be the instinctive question you would ask yourself in that moment,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Or if you ask ChatGPT and
Or-
it's like, you're doing great. That
Yeah.
means you made all the right choices.
Yeah, babe. I'm so proud of you.
You're so good. You're on the right
smart.
track
You
now.
definitely
Keep
are gonna
going.
win.
I'm like, thank you.
Have you ever asked it to roast you though? Do.
I should. I-
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
no.
good.
Yeah.
You should. And it'll, at least mine did,
Scared.
because I think mine has learned that I like a follow-up question.
Oh,
Mine
so it'll
knows.
be like,
I
why
never
do you want me
believed
to
the first
roast you?
answer, so now it's like, would you like us to go deeper?
Yes. I always want you to go
And the
deeper.
second one, I was like, that was too far.
Yeah. Let's find the middle.
need all
Less
that.
of
So good.
Less of that.
Yeah.
That is just a little too far.
Yeah.
I need to go nurse some wounds now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But we miss out on the nuance too of humans in there, where it's
Exactly.
once again, let's see
Yeah.
what the reaction is. And
Yeah.
let's,
Well, and sometimes I'm okay asking ChatGPT, like, do you think we're going to win this contract? And they're like,
For
yeah,
sure.
it looks like you are, because
Absolutely.
I don't know why they wouldn't pick you. Here's the one thing I would say, but you're on the right track, girl. And I just want to hear it, even though I know ChatGPT has no control over whether or not we win that
but
contract.
I
But
would also do that for you.
you would.
Yeah. Just text Leanie instead of
Dear Kathleen.
ChatGPT.
And then we need to have a friend like Libby too. He's like, I don't know.
You're not winning.
Exactly. It's not happening. This is
Not going to you.
This is why we exist
This is why we work out. Yeah.
It's the
He's like,
what's
are you sure?
I am the roast version of ChatGPT. And it's actually me that's back.
Just back
Annie.
behind it.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
proposal
very-
you turned in.
Yeah.
Turned
That's
in?
the
Like,
proposal.
that's the
Yes.
finished
Yes.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for you. Yeah, it's good
So-
stuff. See?
Takes all sorts to
Takes
make
all
the world
sorts.
go
Yeah.
round.
And you know, wait,
Oh.
sorry.
Get in there.
I'm just going to bring us back to the beginning of the like, what do you look for? But like, we do talk about like the cohesion of the Enso team, and
Yeah.
you know, like how we each have our specialties, how we each
Diverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
absolutely.
thinking.
And I think, Annie, you are like a great addition to that for a lot of reasons. But again, just like strengthening
Thank you.
other perspectives and other approaches.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
It's going to
I
be
have
so
one.
good.
For sure.
She sure
You
does.
do.
Mhm. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to be here. And I've had a great time just in the time that I've gotten to spend with all of you. Learned a lot. Listening just to the conversations about the different clients and, you know, the
Yeah.
challenges
yeah.
that they're all having and all of that. I'm already learning a ton. So
I mean,
I'm
I'm
grateful.
constantly learning.
Oh,
Oh
same.
my God.
So-
yeah. No, it's
yeah.
It's my
'Cause
favorite.
Just to like, I don't mean to put you too much on the spot, but you know, one of the things that we do is we have weekly trainings that are amazing. And I feel like so lucky that we get to do that as coaches, that we're constantly learning and in work. And on a recent one, you were like, I'm sorry, I'm new. And for everybody else, it might be like a duh moment, just to paraphrase what I heard at least.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, like I'm constantly having that. I'm constantly feeling
reminder
new
of the
and
basics,
like a learner.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm bringing this up to be like, you're doing great. keep going down this path.
See, that chat GPT.
Would
Libby,
you like to add anything, Libby? Well, no, I only have nice things to say.
Yeah, let's keep that off camera.
I'll just go ahead and
Yeah.
I'll send you a.
But you
Send me some
you are
follow-up.
you are and you know
Thank you.
where this is helpful too is that like it is that reminder about like we could all be new learners, and by having a new learner come in, what better way to be reminded?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because you will bring things up where it's like, oh yeah, that's
I
right.
thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do like that. I mean, and this was an old Keller Williams thing, but like of going through like different when we would sit through like the different like hiring trainings and think, get out of here.
I'm just dying.
But like when we would sit through the different, all of the hiring processes and things like that, and career visioning and blah. But like,
Which our team ran, by the way.
I know we did.
She had a passion for it.
I
I'm not sure if you could
loved
feel it
I
back then.
fully supported it. But like how, you're kind of taking in the same information over and over again. And you would have people that would come to these classes over and over again. And that, you're in a different place, you're in a different headspace every time. And so something new sticks out every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even, with some of the trainings that we're doing, where for us, a lot of them are repeats by now, but, maybe I haven't encountered a certain situation and now I have, so I have a different lens. And so
100%.
that is something that I definitely take with me and think is so important. Just, where are you in this moment? And that stop me.
Yeah, no, I love it. No, I love
Do
it.
you just sit and
I
watch
love
them
it.
fight, or do we do
I
something?
know, like the thing that's so funny is I was like
we
thinking
intervene?
about Gary
let him do
Keller
their
has
thing.
that quote, and then I was like, I'm gonna butcher it.
Butcher it.
But he said, what does he say? He says like learning is like a man in a river. The man is constantly changing, and the river is always changing.
Yeah.
Is that it?
All right. Sure.
But that's the
But
idea.
it
It's like
is,
we
yes.
change, our environments change, and that's why like we have to repeat these learnings
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
we're
Absolutely,
never the
'cause
same person.
We are
and-
never
and
the same person.
environment's
It's never the same.
Yeah.
Because we're not AI.
Because we're not
That's
AI.
right.
And how do we take the learnings in each space
Yeah.
so that no matter what the new setting is, what informs how we approach it now?
Yeah.
By the way, Libby did point to herself and say she is AI. So I don't want to like forget
Just-
that.
I'm
A
probably the
robot.
closest of all the
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know
but
either.
maybe. That's so good.
That's not true. I'm not very robotic.
Not at all.
I'm
This is
actually-
the
Yeah.
biggest joke.
Yeah.
Well, Annie,
Welcome.
Welcome.
this is the beginning of many joyous occasions.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be
It's gonna be
here.
so good.
Yeah. I'll be more excited when I'm less the topic of conversation and more just a
Mm.
part of the conversation. So invite me back. But this has been fun.
Yay.
I'm really excited to be here.
We're excited
It's
you're
going to
here.
be so good.
You guys are great. And the coaching calls and the everything, I think that one of my big ahas, and it's not duh, because
Yeah.
nothing's duh that
Nothing
we say.
is duh.
Everything's valuable. It's just how like human so much of the training is learning how to be a more active listener. That's
Mhm.
not like
No, it
Rocket
takes.
science.
Yeah.
but
No,
it's-
it actually
it's
takes
hard.
like
right, but there's so accepting that people are whole humans and and everybody has beliefs that they're bringing to every situation. Those are things I
100%.
had to, as leaders. If you don't do
If you don't
those
do it,
basic
yeah.
things, you're
Yeah.
gonna you suck. Like
Yeah.
let's just.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is just great reminders, and I'm really excited about. I'm going to be able to have these conversations without the pressure of we're not hitting the goals. Like they're
Yeah.
not
You're
mine.
like, that's not on me.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
my pressure. It's on us.
Yeah.
I'm your partner in this, but I get to come with just an energy to support you.
Yeah.
Right,
Not an energy
exactly.
that I'm having to
Execute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
also carry my own stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun.
It
I'm really
is.
excited.
And Annie's already brought so much to us as we're
Absolutely.
like thinking about the business as a whole. And maybe there's stuff we can talk about at some point with all of the help that you're doing there too. It'll be a good conversation for us to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's only interview Annie from
That's
here.
it.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise.
Oh,
Season
my-
5.
We alluded to all
To
of
the
these
end.
guests.
Yeah.
They're actually all
All
Annie.
Annie.
Just
Yeah.
Annie.
Yeah.
Viewership tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, I care about the
Never.
viewer, the customer.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's
not
right.
what they want. That's not what
I'm
they
gonna
want.
I'm gonna need to see those reports, Annie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounding biased.
Mm-hmm. It's not what they want.
ChatGPT. She goes,
No, I got
ChatGPT,
about
she
20
trained
minutes
it.
of chit chat content, and it all, and then it's pretty.
She's out.
It's pretty rough after that. Yeah.
Love it.
Lemon jokes.
Yeah, lemon jokes. Well, do you know what's green and smells like yellow paint? Green paint.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to note that
And with
Leslie
that,
is laughing.
Thank you for joining us today.
That's it. That's the one for you to wrap her on up.
I can't.
That felt.
Oh man!
That's the
Well,
button.
thank you guys for joining us.
Yay.
Look forward to seeing more of this one.
Yay.
Annie, Switt, and
Switt.
please,
Just Switt.
But Annie is right.
yeah,
Annie
Switt. We'll see you again on the next episode, and please remember to subscribe to us on all platforms. Tell your friends, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye. Oh, my hands. Sure, why not? La 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 la.